Okay, so now let me show you what we're gonna do here. This is gonna be so much fun. So we have 4 black tips, and in these 4 black tips, if we put neon powders, they're not gonna show. So we're gonna do some designs using white gel polish, and then we're gonna do the neon pigments on top of that, okay? So let's see how that goes. Something extremely important that you have to remember is that if we are painting with white gel polish, we cannot flash cure because the gel polish is going to wrinkle. So we need to make sure that we are going to cure it for a full 60 seconds. So I'm going to be doing all 4 tips all at the same time, but then when it's time to cure, I'm going to cure them for 60 seconds and be working on the second tip just to save some time. In this palette right here, I'm going to put some white gel polish. And actually, I'm going to use my new white gel polish because the viscosity is a lot thicker. And I have this as a gel polish, but it's actually more like a gel paint because it's really, really, really thick, okay? So we're going to go ahead and put some in there and use that one. We already cured this black gel polish. We're going to go ahead and remove the inhibition layer. And now we're also going to be doing animal print on this one. And we're going to go ahead and start designing here. And we're going to do zebra print on this nail. And make sure to remember that when we're using gel polish, we have to cure in between because gel polish will kind of smear a little bit. So we do the first lines. And remember, for animal print, we do want to use that little corn dog that we were talking about in the previous class, the class that we learned how to do the lines. So make sure that you remember that for this particular design, we want to have that little corn dog on the actual brush. I think that's good enough. Cure for 60 seconds. On the second nail, we're gonna do the little leopard or cheetah. I'm gonna have to look that up because I can never remember. And in here you can see way, way, way better what I'm doing because I'm working on a black background with white gel paint or gel polish. So you'll be able to see much better the design. And as you can see here, I'm doing some wobbly lines, no uniform, no all the same size. Do them all different, it don't matter. I mentioned this on the previous video. For these little prints, you don't have to be super precise. You can be as random as you want to be. Something small, something big, and that should be fine. And we can do some little dots like here and there. That give it some character and give it a little different definition. I don't know, I think it's just so cute. Cure for 60 seconds. On the next one, I'm going to do the very tiny ones. I just realized that my light is facing somewhere else. So I'm gonna do super tiny ones. Well, this one is kind of big, but it's okay. And I'm not gonna make them like the other one that was kind of like open. This one is more like, almost like polka dots, but wobbly polka dots. Wiggly or wobbly, I don't know how to call it. You know, my English is not very good looking. And then make some smaller ones like before. And you can probably do this also with a dotting tool, but I love to use my brush. I'm so used to it that I prefer to use my brush, but you can actually do this with a dotting tool, with a small dotting tool, and that should be fine. That should be just fine. Let's go ahead and throw some little dots, like little tiny dots here and there. That give it a different type of look. And cure for 60 seconds. This other one, we're gonna go ahead and do a combination of zebra, or you know what, no, let's do like a giraffe print. So for the giraffe print, it's not as wobbly, it's more boxy. And we're gonna make a whole bunch of different spots, and we're gonna put them closer to each other. This brush is not the best brush to do this. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to do the outline of these spots, and then I'm gonna fill it up with another type of brush. What the fuck? And go ahead and put those spots everywhere on this nail, okay? And I'm gonna be using, this was supposed to be a 3D brush, but I actually didn't like it. So I'm selling it as an alcohol ink or as a filler brush because for 3D it's not the best. I actually ended up ordering another type of brush for my 3Ds because I didn't like this one. This one is probably a little bit too big, but it works. The whole point is that we get this filled up quicker and we don't have to be like painting with that liner brush because it's actually like, it's gonna take forever. And one of the things that we have to always remember is that when we are working in a salon, we need to try to do things not super fast because that's not the point. The point is that you want to make money, you know. I think this one has to be a little bit wider right here. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So freaking cute. And we're going to cure for 60 seconds. Now for these designs, we are going to be using the Puerto Rico palette. And it's pretty much the same concept as the Mexico one. But these colors are actually more like bright. The Mexico one is more neon. But when you put them on, they look more pastel. This one is more like bright colors. So let's see how this look, okay? So we will start with this one. And I would like to start with the yellow. And we go up here. Oh, yes. Oh, Lord, yes. Please. Please give me some more. Okay. And I'm going to be doing something super cool because I'm going to make them all look the same, but with different patterns. So I'm going to use the colors in the same order that I'm using. Let me show you here. See, like the same order. That way they look like a whole set. Then we're going to use orange. And we're going to overlap this orange on top of the yellow just a little bit. Oh my God, I'm in love. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. This is sick. Freaking sick. Like, it doesn't make any justice. When you see this in person, you're going to flip. And remember, overlap it a little bit on top of the yellow. And now we are going to do red. Let me dust it off first. And I'm dusting it off kind of like upside down so that the orange doesn't get into the white. And now I'm doing red. I'm tempted to do green, but I don't know. Let me do a little bit of red. Oh yeah, red it is. Oh yes, red it is. Say no more. And same thing. We're gonna go ahead and overlap this color on top of the orange. It looks like freaking fire. Jesus. It's so freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is freaking psycho. It's psycho. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. This is insane pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm in freaking love. Dust it off. Dust it off really good. And we're going to be using the same technique as we did before with the metallic top. If you want the texture, now these nails don't have a lot of texture, so I believe I want to do my thicker rubber base just to make them filled up, and we will talk about that later on. So for now, just stick to the applying just gel top coat. Don't stress over what I'm saying about the thicker rubber base, because you don't know what I'm talking about yet, but you will. So I'm just gonna do gel top coat and call it a day. But check this out, and I will post a picture after I finish putting the top coat, okay? But check this out. This is insane. Freaking insane. So pretty. So gorgeous.